Chelsea robbed at the end of a penalty, but should have won that game. That makes just 2 wins in 8 games in the Premier League for Graham Potter and Chelsea. Definitely not good enough, and we're going to get into all of it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, and sorry that I've been absent, but my husband and I, we've just adopted a little puppy and he's sitting with me right now to record, so we're gonna try to get through this the best that we can. In this video, I'm going to be talking all about Chelsea's draw against 17th place West Ham. West Ham won, Chelsea won. Certainly was a lot to talk about. First, I'm going to give my thoughts on the starting 11, and then I'll do a bit of a goal analysis, and then finally just overall thoughts about Chelsea, about the game, where the team can go from here. So first off, looking at the starting 11, I thought that this was one of the best starting 11s that Graham Potter could have picked given the injuries that Chelsea have. Obviously, I would have loved to see Ben Chilwell ahead of Cucurella because I do think that Ben Chilwell offers more going forward and defensively, but of course he's just coming back from injury. Didn't want to throw him into the game. He did get about 20 or 30 minutes or so, so it was expected that he didn't start, but I would love to see him starting in the future. And then maybe the other surprise was Ruben Loftus-Cheek just coming right in. I know ahead of the game Graham Potter kind of hinted that Conor Gallagher was set to start alongside Enzo Fernandez, but Ruben Loftus-Cheek comes in seemingly for his aerial threat because West Ham are a very tall team, but also I think that he's a little bit more of a defensive presence in that midfield than Conor Gallagher is, so it could make sense and hopefully unlock Enzo Fernandez a little bit. Taking a look at the goals, there were plenty of offside goals and disallowed goals scored in this match. The first one coming within just a few minutes. Joao Felix, he hit the post and then scored the rebound. It was ruled for offside, but he was looking super strong. And then eventually, just a couple of minutes later, Chelsea's opening goal comes courtesy of Joao Felix, and it was Enzo and Joao Felix combining together, which I love to see. It was a beautiful ball by Enzo, and that's the kind of passing and creativity and vision that Chelsea have been missing, and it was just a perfectly weighted pass. Joao Felix takes it first time, 1-0 to Chelsea. At this point, I was thinking, wow, we've been playing so good, we've been dominating, we should be winning this game like 3-0 because we really had such a good performance. So at I think the 28-minute mark, really poor defending from Chelsea. Cucurella just does not shut the ball down. Reece James was caught sleeping at that right hand post and allows Emerson to score. What is it with ex-Chelsea players scoring against Chelsea? This was his first Premier League goal all season, by the way, and he scores against his former club. Like, it's always just written in the stars. And then after that, the game and tide really shifted for Chelsea. Oh, he's licking me. And it just seemed that Chelsea were moving the ball a bit more slowly, weren't creating as much, had a bit of the sting taken out, and it wasn't as strong as the opening 20, 25, 30 minutes, I would say. Looking at the second half goals, neither side really created too much. In the closing minutes, West Ham won a free kick. Declan Rice forced a save by Kepa, and then Souček scored off of the rebound, but it was ruled offside after about 10 minutes since Declan Rice was offside and he touched the ball, and then Chelsea were denied a clear penalty. Conor Gallagher makes a shot, and Souček basically saves it with his hand. And the thing is, if what they've been ruling is if it's not intentional, so if you kind of fall and you hit the ball, then that's not a penalty, it's not a foul. But if you're falling, your initial reaction would be to go palm down, hand down, to stop yourself and go like this. It wouldn't be to go like this, which is what he did. I was absolutely fuming. The only reason why I'm not more upset about it is because I have this cute little puppers in my arms right now. But that was a clear penalty, and I'm 99% sure that VAR checked it and only checked it for like 5 seconds, but the commentators, the broadcasters, everybody was just saying what a clear foul committed that was, and that Chelsea should have gotten the penalty. And I do feel that we were robbed in that moment. Chelsea should have gotten a penalty and at least had the opportunity to win the game 2-1. But of course, the performance was not good enough, and Chelsea should have won the game. Looking at the performance, it's more of the same. The thing with Chelsea is that we have some periods that we're playing absolutely brilliantly and you're thinking, oh my god, wow, this is amazing, we're gonna win by like 3 goals. And then other periods where we're just looking really lethargic, nothing's really coming off, we're not creating so much, and that's what happened again. But at the end of the day, Chelsea should be doing better against West Ham. Maybe a little bit deceiving that they're 17th. I don't think that they deserve to be 17th in the league, but still, they're battling relegation, and Chelsea should be winning a game against West Ham at this point in the season. So that's definitely disappointing. Looking at some bright spots, I felt that Enzo Fernandez again looked really good in the middle of the pitch. He got an assist. Joao Felix completely lit up, especially in the first half. In the second half, he was a little bit quieter, but I felt that he looked phenomenal, and he was really at the heart of everything that Chelsea were creating. I thought that Kai Havertz looked better with Joao Felix behind him. I thought that partnership is looking good, but he still has not been clinical enough for me. But I do think that he was looking better. Noni Madueke looked really sharp as well, and he had a couple of good plays. James back, also a plus. I thought that Ben Chilwell looked really good when he was coming on. I think that we start Ben Chilwell midweek versus Dortmund because I think that he just makes such a big difference. I don't think that Cucurella had a good game. I just felt that he was so open defensively. He wasn't linking up with Mudryk, and the thing with Mudryk is just get the ball at his feet because he's going to do well. But he wasn't providing that overlap for him, and that's something that I think that Ben Chilwell would do really nicely. And overall, I just thought that the subs were a bit odd, perhaps bringing on Ben Chilwell but then bringing off Mudryk, and I think like I mentioned, that could have been a possibility for something really great. Perhaps Mudryk isn't at full fitness just yet, and that's the reason why he was brought off. But I would like to see those two link up because I think that could have been positive. I still don't know where Hakim Ziyech's head is at. If he's ready, that's perfect, but I don't know. I put myself in that position, and I think if that happened to me and he was literally ready to leave Chelsea, not be here, now he's, you know, still participating in games, I don't know if I necessarily would have brought him on. Not bringing on Fofana, who had a good opportunity versus Fulham. He's a number 9. That's something that Chelsea could have needed. Maybe bringing him on for the last 20 minutes or so, see if he does something. I thought that could have been an option as well. So I just felt like maybe the subs didn't necessarily go in Chelsea's direction, which is a bit frustrating. And overall, another draw, which I'm not happy about, of course. But obviously, another draw. I really thought in my gut that we were going to win this game, and it's frustrating. And for me, now this season is just a wash at this point. I don't think we're making top 4. It's going to be tough maybe even to make that 5th place spot because we need to start stringing together wins. We're not putting together wins. We have a massive game against Dortmund away from home coming up midweek, and we need to start seeing some win. I know that it's going to take time for the players to gel, and we're starting to see some really bright sparks, which is positive. We're starting to see some chemistry building, but we also need to start seeing some wins. So wasn't the best game, definitely still positives to draw. And yeah, you guys know me, I tried to keep it real but more on the positive side because everybody's going to be negative and I don't really want to contribute to that. And how can you be mad when you have this little bundle of joy in your arms? So yeah, I'll put out what content I have coming up. He's sighing like, oh, a Chelsea draw. I'll put out what content I have coming up in this next week. I'll be back to it. It's been a big adjustment having a puppy in the house, but it's been really nice and lovely. So yeah, what did you guys think of this match? What are your key takeaways? Let me know what you're thinking about. Can't wait to hear it. If you guys like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel, dropping this video a like, a comment. Really helps me out so much. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever time you're watching this, and until next time, I'm out. Bye.